Hi everyone, this is Amy and welcome to Don't Miss This Book Blog's BookTube. Today I want to talk about a hot read on Wattpad. This book is so popular, it's already ridiculous. That's how popular this book is. With over millions of reads and tons of votes, this book also won a Whatties 2015 award. And if I'm not mistaken, it made second place, which is an outstanding achievement in my opinion. Congratulations to the author for that. I'm talking about Storm and Silence by Robert Thier. Set in Victorian London. The story is about a young woman named Lily Linton, a feminist. Lily Linton is fed up with her life. She wants to work, she wants to earn money, and she wants the same rights as others do, other men have in, the Victorian London. So, she fights for gender equality. Doesn't work out well. And she then has a master plan to disguise herself as a man, turns from Miss Linton to Mr. Linton, lands herself a job, gets a hot boss on top of it all, Mr. Ricard Ambrose. And this guy is described to be perfect, like utter perfection. And she's attracted to her boss. Mr. Linton is attracted to his boss. And Mr. Ambrose soon finds out that Mr. Linton is in fact a Miss Linton, and to avoid a scandal, he keeps up with the lie Lily Linton has created. And Miss Linton, aka Mr. Linton, also finds out that Mr. Ambrose is not so perfect and that he has more dirt under his doormat than expected. Both then go on an adventure, on a journey with so many events. It's a long read. This story, Storm and Silence, has I think 98 parts. Was it 98 parts? I apologize if I'm getting numbers mixed up, but this is a pretty long read, and I'm not talking about short chapters. I'm talking about well-sized chapters, and many of them. I'm pretty sure not even the Thornbirds has that many chapters. And my personal opinion, I did not like the story. Why? Because for a historical romance, it wasn't good. This is just my personal opinion here. I'm not trying to be hateful or hurtful. I'm not trying to destroy anybody. I'm just trying to, share my opinion. And I didn't like it at all. I'm a huge fan of historical romances, and when I read one, usually they're so full of color, they're so vivid. You can practically see the skirts swoosh by, and tragedy here and drama there and boom bang and all that kind of stuff. It's just, and damnation, woo, so much damnation in historical romances. None of that was in Storm and Silence. I mean, it had its historical facts, which were great, and they were accurate, which I found very lovely. I always appreciate that in a historical romance, but other than that, this story lacked a lot. Yeah, the characters were two-dimensional, the dialogue was repetitive, and I'm not talking about, seeing one word like 15 times in a chapter. I'm talking about sentences. It just got to a point where it became too much, and I just got frustrated and I wanted to stop reading, but I was already so far in that I decided that it was useless to stop right now, and then I just continued, and the story didn't get better for me. The core of the story was not bad, mind you. I liked the fact that a woman disguised herself just to get what she wanted, especially back in a time where that was uncalled for. You just didn't do that back then. the story was not entertaining. Historical romance, it wasn't romantic. Where was it romantic? There was no passion in there, no emotion whatsoever. It was, Mr. Linton, come to my office. Mr. Linton, do this. Mr. Linton, do that. And once they were in private, it was still Mr. Linton, not Miss Linton or even Lily. I mean, it was kind of tough. I didn't understand why he still referred to her or still called her Mr. Linton when they were in private, but maybe I don't have to understand everything. Yeah, the story, it turned out to be very flat. I expected a lot more. If I were to cut this really short, then I would say this is not a recommendable read. No, it lacked emotions, it lacked storytelling, it lacked, the characters lacked a lot. Yeah. I mean, this book won a Whatties Award. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, still, I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I just cannot see why a story that wasn't well written, not at all, won second place. When I read and I find that this book has more mistakes than it does story, then something isn't right. So, not recommendable. 2 out of 5 stars. And there is a sequel. I haven't started that because it's on Radish, and I'm not on friendly terms with Radish because I think it's a ripoff. And I also think that authors who publish their works on Wattpad or publish only a few chapters and then go to Radish and sell their chapters over there, I think that's a little mean. I know authors want to earn money and all, and I support that, but I don't support Radish. So I might not ever start reading the second book, which is fine. I mean, who knows? Maybe the author will upload the full story on Wattpad eventually, which is okay. But I'm not interested since it wasn't a good read. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope that this review was a little informative, and I don't want to keep you from reading it. I mean, if you're interested in it, go for it, and let me know what you thought about it. I'm interested in your thoughts, and until next time.